Good evening. Welcome to the December 20th edition of the Downers Grove Village Council meeting. We hope you're watching with us on TV. We'll start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Rosa, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Barnett,
Here.
Commissioner Jose,
Here.
Commissioner Wallace,
Here.
Commissioner Sadowski-Fugit,
Here.
Commissioner Colavani,
Here.
Commissioner Gilmartin,
Here.
Commissioner Glover.
Here.
Fantastic. Great to see everybody. Rich, Chris, glad you guys are back.
Good to be back.
Means we don't need a electronic participation motion tonight. Is there a motion concerning minutes of previous council meetings?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt the December 13th, 2022 minutes as presented.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Is there a motion concerning consent agenda?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That too passes unanimously. We were flying through the last meeting of the year. Item 5 is our active agenda. This is the portion of the meeting where we plan to take action on items previously discussed, sometimes at the last meeting, sometimes multiple meetings prior to that. Is there a motion concerning water rates?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt an ordinance amending the rates charged for water as presented.
Second.
Any comments from the council? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Is there a motion concerning stormwater utility rates?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt an ordinance amending the 2023 stormwater utility rate as presented.
Second.
Comments from the council? Questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That too passes unanimously. Is there a motion concerning purchasing policies?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt an ordinance amending certain purchasing policies as presented.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All right, just one comment. We've got to have at least one comment in the record here. I think this is something that hasn't been updated for in excess of a decade, and we have, for those that are wondering, we have various policies that allow certain expenditures to happen without council approval, and some that certainly require council approval. This amends, frankly, to reflect sort of the current cost of things and allow us to continue operating on a day-in and day-out basis, and I'm glad we're making this step. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That too passes unanimously. Is there a motion concerning raffles?
Mayor, I move that the council adopt an ordinance repealing Chapter 8, Article 5 of the Municipal Code concerning raffles as presented.
Second.
Comments or questions from the council? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That too passes unanimously. We're flying through our agenda. Item 6 would be our first reading if we had one. We do not have any first reading agenda items tonight. Is there a manager's report?
Yes, Mayor, two quick things. First, I'd like Deputy Village Manager Mike Baker to give us an update on the Civic Center project.
I certainly will. Work on the project continues. Continued construction of the foundation. In the next several weeks, exterior walls will begin to be erected as the project continues. And I am going to find the video, although this may take a minute because I do not have it queued up here. I apologize. But why don't we come back and we'll get the video that shows the progress on the project.
And real quick, while Mike is pulling that up, as we approach the end of 2022, I just wanted to send out a big thank you to the mayor and council for providing great policy direction for us all year long, and especially a big thank you to our entire staff. We are fortunate to have professionals that just operate at the top of their profession all the time in every way, serving our residents. Big thank you to every staff member for contributions throughout the year. And of course, all the accomplishments will be summarized in the annual report, which will be given to the community in February, usually second meeting in February. So thank you to the council, thank you to the staff for a great year.
Thank you to your team too, Dave. Every department up and down the line is what makes the village tick, and it's been a good year. We appreciate all the hard work from everybody. If Mike could just work a little harder and find the video.
No pressure, Mike.
None at all.
No one's watching.
Look at that. Here we go. 12:09. Although this isn't the one who sent it out. What Doug did.
It is worth the wait. It's a really cool video. So.
Yes. There it is. The 12:16 Civic Center update from the Communications Department. This is work that occurred actually last week.
Thanks, Mike.
That is our report tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. That may seem a little bit hokey if you're just tuning in for the first time, but this is a huge deal for the community. It's a project that we've been kicking around and trying to figure out how to accomplish for the better part of 2 decades, and we're trying to keep people apprised and build a little bit of history as we go along the way. So I'm sure that these videos will be increasingly interesting and frankly a lot of fun to put together at the very end. So thanks, Mike, for digging that up, Doug and his team. I saw Chris's name in there somewhere, the DGTV crew. Thank you, everybody, for doing that and going through the effort to put those together. It's going to be a good archive for us to have. This is item 8 on our agenda, public comments. This is the portion of the meeting where we invite the public to make comments on items not on tonight's agenda. If there's any public comment, please come on down to the podium. Some head shaking no. Okay, we will continue. I'm going to wait till the end for a little mayor's report. Council member reports. This is a portion of our meeting where council members report out on other goings-on in the community or groups they're working with or events that they want to highlight. We'll start with Rich. Welcome back, Rich.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank my colleagues. It's been a pleasure serving with you this year. It's been a little bit of a tough year, but everyone on this day serves with dedication and effort. We don't always agree, but we try to act in such a way where we don't burn bridges in the way we interact with each other and not create any natural barriers, because each and every one of us is focused on the betterment of Downers Grove. I'd also like to thank staff for their wonderful work. You know, a lot of times the residents don't always understand some of the things that we're dealing with and our decision-making points, and I'm sure some of the things seem crazy to them, but one of the things I've learned early on in this position is there's always a good and valid reason for us operating in a certain way. And we don't strive for perfection in our staff, but we strive for excellence. And that is kind of the watchword of the way this organization operates, and I think that Downers Grove is in excellent hands as a result of that. So congratulations on your fine work. Every single department does really well and excels in those important areas, and I think our constituents, residents should feel very proud of that. Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thanks, Rich. Leslie?
Yeah, just want to wish everyone a happy and safe holiday, especially as this winter storm approaches. We'll see if it actually happens and if folks actually can get to where they want to be with their loved ones. But happiest of all holidays. I know Hanukkah has already started, and have a joyful holiday season and New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Nicole?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say that I am grateful and thankful for everyone that I sit up on this dais with and for our staff. It's around this time of year that I tend to do a lot of reflection, thinking about things that I'm grateful for, and being a part of this organization is certainly one of those things. I just want to wish everyone a happy holidays and a happy new year, and remind you to check in on people at this time of year. While this is a happy time of year for a lot of us, there are people going through heartbreak and struggling, and oftentimes it's the people that you would never guess. So please make sure you check on your neighbors and your friends and family. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Danny?
No report. Thank you, Mayor.
Chris?
Thank you, Mayor. I'll add to the choruses of thank you to the village management and staff, as well as my colleagues here, and wishing all of you a healthy and happy holiday season. For our local first responders, I extend the gratitude for your tireless efforts in keeping us safe and healthy each and every year, especially those who remain on duty during the days when the rest of us are off. Your commitment and sacrifice does not go unnoticed. As the son of a former police officer who had to wait for Christmas presents to be opened until Dad got off the third shift, we do appreciate all that. On the behalf of the village, I thank you. Also, thanks in advance to our snow removal team. Sounds like we got some fun stuff coming, so please be safe. And finally, happy holidays to all of our residents. I hope this time of year provides you with the peace and tranquility that you seek, the good times, celebrating with those and remembering those you love, and the joy that comes with the opportunities and fun that each new year can bring. So please just be safe, be kind, and be well, and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Greg?
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you to all of my colleagues for what has really turned out, I think, to be a great year for the council and for the village. Many thanks to everyone on staff. There's nobody in this state that does it any better than you guys do. Thank you for everything you do. I just wish everyone happy holidays, happy New Year, and stay safe and stay healthy out there. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Just had a couple of comments that I wanted to kind of wrap up our year with. So, on behalf of my family, your village council, and the village of Downers Grove, I wish a Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates the birth of Christ this time of year. We often talk about loving where you live. In social media, I often use the hashtag LoveDG. That's because while I believe that love conquers all, it's not just a saying. If we place our love for each other and our love for community first, we can and will create better tomorrows than yesterdays. Many of us are familiar with Martin Luther King Jr.'s quote, "Hate is too great a burden to bear, I've decided to love." But do we remember any more of that speech? Just before this famous line, Dr. King says, "I'm concerned about a better world. I'm concerned about justice. I'm concerned about brotherhood and sisterhood. I'm concerned about the truth." And then he reminds us that you can't murder hate. Love doesn't guarantee agreement or that we enjoy each moment, but rather, even with those closest to us, if we put our love first in our hearts, it'll allow us to find ways to build and grow with each other. If we're concerned with truth, justice, a better world, and banishing hate, we'll put love first. So whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Yule, choosing to focus on love first will bring smiles more often and make all of our lives better. As we reflect on 2022 during this holiday season and prepare for a new year, let's ask ourselves, where do we go from here? I want to encourage us all to commit to love first in 2023. As a community, we have much to be thankful for, and from my perspective, that list starts with my colleagues, our village team, and each one of you watching this meeting, living as neighbors and friends in our town. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and much love to you all. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Mayor, I move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all, and good night.